come and join us at Islands of Adventure at Universal Studios Florida. We're going to go through all the different restaurants throughout the entire park and just give you the honest truth of each one. This video took 2 years to make because it has taken us that long to try all the different restaurants. We have to budget and try all this food at all the different theme parks, but I'm so happy to complete it. We are going to start from left to right. So Marvel's Superhero Island, Toon Lagoon, Jurassic Park, Hogsmeade with the Wizarding World, the Lost Continent, and then Seuss Landing with Dr. Seuss. So I'm going to go through each one. And if you want to have a complete guide of Universal and Islands, then definitely subscribe and check out our playlist. Now, when you first walk into Islands of Adventure, to the right is the Confisco Grill, and that actually is one of our favorite restaurants. For $10, might be a little bit more now, but for about $10 you can get that huge pile of nachos. They also have really good spinach dip, and the pot stickers were just okay, but we've been a few times. The kids love the mac and cheese and the burgers there, and then we've also tried the pan-seared salmon and the herb roasted chicken, so everything we've had has been really good. It's probably one of the best restaurants at Islands of Adventure. So turning left is Marvel's Superhero Island, all Marvel superhero themed. There are 2 restaurants here. The first one is Cafe 4, which is a Fantastic Four themed restaurant, and it actually was a character meal before the pandemic. I haven't seen it since, but it's a quick service and you have the options of pizza, pastas, and salads. I think the pizzas were the best, salads okay, and the pasta was just okay. I'd go back for the pizza for sure. And the second option is that Captain America Diner, and it has super fun theming inside. And the menu is pretty simple. It's basically just burgers, a pork sandwich, and chicken. There's not a lot to it. A lot of the burgers are pretty much the same around the park, I've noticed. I do prefer Confisco Grill's burger, but any of the quick service burgers, this one is just fine, just like the others. And as for snacks, you really can't go wrong with the Aunt Annie's pretzels. We usually get the pretzel nuggets. They also have a jumbo cheddar dog or a jumbo dog with a pretzel around it. They are a bit pricey, but it is filling for a snack. Going past Marvel Superhero Island, you next go into Toon Lagoon, and there are 3 restaurants here. When we filmed this, we tried the Comic Strip Cafe for the first time, so we are actually going to do a quick review on that. This was the last restaurant we needed for the whole park, and it was interesting. Let's just say they have a really unique variety in here. And Kathy's ice cream. Sometimes we tried to come here before when it wasn't open, so you have to watch their hours. It does change, but they got waffle cones and soft serve. Over at Kathy's, we're going to show the Comic Strip Cafe as like a variety of things. So in here they do have different stations. There's Asian with like ramen food. They have salad, Caesar salad. Dessert is milkshake, chocolate chip cookie, tres leches. They have egg rolls and a breadsticks. A very interesting combination in here.
All right, at the Comic Strip Cafe, we have the egg rolls. We got some egg rolls here. We got a double cheeseburger with bacon, tres leches cake, a pork belly ramen, breadsticks with marinara, and 2 cheese pizzas, decently sized. Very nice.
How is the pizza, buddy?
Good.
Is it good? It actually looks really good. It looks cheesy. And I do like this pork belly. It's actually pretty good. I would probably come back here. It's not like a fancy ramen, but for a theme park, it's not too bad.
I think it looks nice.
That's pretty good. But the pork belly is like nice and tender. Okay, so how is it compared to the other Dino Burger?
It's almost exactly the same.
Oh, okay, same meat.
It's good.
Okay.
It's not like your frozen pub burgers. It's actually, you can tell they actually made these, yeah.
And how is the egg rolls okay? Like a standard egg roll?
Mm-hmm. Good. It's full.
Right here in a second. It looks full, yeah.
It's full. It's like full.
The pizzas, the pizza are actually good at this place.
Pumpkin, how is your pizza?
It's good.
You do like it? Is it nice and cheesy? Okay. So the best tres leches cake we had on property was at Sapphire Falls, which is one of Universal's hotels. I will link that down below, as well as some of our other hotel stays. They have such good food, I wouldn't miss it. This was okay, it was good. It's kind of like a grocery store version of a tres leches cake. Chef Rick thought it had a little too much milk at the bottom. The second restaurant in Toon Lagoon is called Blondies. It's basically a deli sandwich quick service. We tried their famous Dagwood sandwich, but they also have ham, roast beef, turkey, and Nathan hot dogs. The Dagwood sandwich was good. Of course, you can't go wrong with cheese fries. The hot dog was just a standard plain Nathan's hot dog. But the Dagwood I felt could have had more meat. It had definitely more bread. And I wouldn't recommend the tuna salad. It wasn't very good. We can make better at home. So personally, I would skip Blondies unless you only like deli sandwiches. There are so many more better places to eat here. For a good quick service burger, I would recommend Wimpys. They have a really good Wellington cheeseburger. They even have a vegan one, and then they have chicken fingers and curly fries and a Dole Whip. It's been a while since we did eat here, but I really did like those curly fries. They were similar to Arby's, and I would say they do have the better burgers for the quick service. And if you like Dole Whip from Disney, you're gonna like it here too. So if I had to pick between the Toon Lagoon locations, I would definitely pick Wimpys. The next land is Jurassic Park, and that has 3 different restaurants. Thunder Falls will be the first one you come across if you walk in from Toon Lagoon. They have rotisserie chicken, different pork. It's a Spanish type of cuisine. Out of the 3 restaurants, my husband and I really do love this one. Everything we had was delicious. With the kids though, they are a little picky, so for them, they prefer the Dino Burger place. I will admit we actually have not eaten at Pizza Predatoria since we've been vlogging. We've had it before that, and it's just a standard personal pan. If you like pizza, great, but it's not the best pizza in the park. But if you have picky eaters, this definitely is an option with cheese, pepperoni pizza, and salads. And Burger Digs is the last option. They have a couple different burgers and some salad. I got the Casado burger. It did have avocado and a pork belly. My husband got the bacon cheeseburger. We got onion rings and a brookie. It's good for a quick service, not the best food we've ever had, and I do like sitting out here outside because you can actually watch the Velocicoaster go by. Next up is Hogsmeade in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Over at Islands of Adventure, there is only one restaurant, and then you have the candy shop in Honeydukes. This is our favorite restaurant at Hogsmeade. It is the 3 Broomsticks. Now over at Universal, they have Diagon Alley, which has the leaky cauldron. So there are some minor differences between the two. We have several videos showing the differences between Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley, as well as the restaurants, the merchandise, all the stuff you must do while you're there. But really, 3 Broomsticks is a delicious place to eat at. My husband loves the fish and chips. I love the ribs and chicken platter. My kids love the mac and cheese. I did have that beef pasties platter. Didn't care for that. But the fish and chips, it's a good piece of fish. And then you get a good amount of just everything. The mac and cheese is good for a meal. They usually split it, and the ribs and the chicken is plenty. We usually go for the potted cream. That's our favorite, but this was the trifle cake. It was okay. The best thing we had was that apple pie. That was nice and warm. And I'll just quickly show in Honeydukes, this isn't really food, it's not a restaurant, but it's something that you don't want to miss if you do come in here. They have some really fun candies like the exploding bonbons that have pop rocks in them. There's all sorts of things in here, and then fudge flies. But what we really love is in this case. We've tried several of the cupcakes, the cauldron cake. There are different candied apples. The fudge is always delicious, but that can be found anywhere except for like a butterbeer fudge. The no melt ice cream is basically just icing. They have a pretzel one, chocolate skeletons. That pumpkin cake is delicious. They definitely have some unique things in here. It is a shame they only have 1 restaurant compared to 2 or 3 like some of the other lands, but out of all the places to eat at Islands of Adventure, 3 Broomsticks is in our top 3. And of course you can get butterbeer frozen, cold, or hot. Next up is the Lost Continent, and that has 3 restaurants. 2 of them I would actually do again. So one is Mythos. That is a nice sit-down restaurant. You are going to need to get there early to get a reservation because this one does get booked up if it is busy in the park. And you can go on the Universal app or on the website to actually look at all of these different menus. I'm just kind of showing you because there is a really big variety at Mythos. And I ended up trying those sea scallops right there with the risotto, which was delicious. This is a nice, fancier restaurant versus all of the quick service that is there. My husband got the pad thai, which he loved, and then the kids got the pizza and pasta. And you can tell everything is made fresh there. Even the dough was different than the regular dough that we had at the other pizza shops. So highly recommend Mythos. Next up is the Fire Eaters Grill, which is a quick service in the Lost Continent. We tried the chicken stingers. They have chicken fingers, salads, chili cheese dog, and of course I believe it's a gyro. So this was definitely something I never tried before. It's not your typical burgers and hot dogs, chicken tenders. This is a little bit different and I loved it. I would 100% go back for those pita chips as well with like a sour cream and chive dipping sauce. And then we did try these honey puffs, Greek honey puffs, and the chocolate chip cookie dough. So Fire Eaters Grill definitely surprised me. I would go back to that one again. And the last quick service are these kebabs. They are very spicy, so if you are sensitive like me, I wouldn't go there, but if you love heat, then this may be for you. I ended up just picking off the cheese and the meat. I could not eat that sauce. I believe we had the beef and the chicken kebab when we did the whole exploration of the Lost Continent. We tried all of this food, and it's a good portion. Definitely don't miss out on the food in the Lost Continent. Most of it honestly was delicious. And finally, the last land is Seuss Landing, a whole Dr. Seuss area. They really do have a ton of places to eat at, even this little goose juice, you can try some of the special drinks, a candy shop, ice cream shop, and more. I'm just going to briefly show some of the cases in this candy shop when you get off of the Seuss trolley, or you can just walk right in. They have cookies, fudge, sometimes they have a buy 4 fudge, get 2 free. And those are made there fresh. They have it in the front of the park as well. I personally love these whoopie pies. Those are probably my favorite. And just like in Honeydukes, they have a whole wall of candy. Of course, this candy is going to be a little bit different because the Honeydukes is more of like an English candy, but this has a good variety. We let the kids pick out something. They always want a cupcake, which a lot of times they just eat the icing, but they love it. One of my favorite areas for desserts is the Hop on Pop ice cream shop that's in Seuss Landing. Sometimes it doesn't open till noon or so watch those hours. But the brownie sundae is really good, big portion, and that sundae on a stick is a huge bar of ice cream with toppings. The brownie sundae is usually in a waffle bowl. They didn't have it this time, no big deal, but it's still a huge portion. You get a lot for the price, and these are big ice cream bars, vanilla ice cream with either peanuts, rainbow sprinkles, or chocolate sprinkles. Make sure you eat it off the plate because it will make a mess. So there are 2 restaurants in Seuss Landing. The first one being Circus McGurkus Cafe, which they have just a basic cheeseburgers, chicken sandwiches, pizza, salads. We ate there with the breakfast with the Grinch at one time, and we ate there for Grinchmas for a special roast beef sandwich. But it's kind of like the other restaurants. It's the same old pizzas, the same old burgers. Now the chicken did actually look pretty good. We haven't tried that one yet, so we still have more things to try, but this just gives you an idea of what to expect. But to be honest, I don't know if I would go back here. I mean, there was barely any cheese on the pizza. The salads were basically just lettuce. The burger was just like a normal quick service burger, nothing special. But the atmosphere inside, I will give it that. It's fun to look around. And I would go back for that roast beast sandwich during Grinchmas. That was delicious. I do wish they had that during the year besides just around Christmas time. And then the second restaurant, which is our favorite for Seuss Landing, is the green eggs and ham. Of course, it's iconic. You have to try it. And the best thing is that really the prices are reasonable. You get a big bowl of tots for about $11 or $12. We usually split 3 between the 4 of us, and with our discount, it's under $30. The pizza tots, the green eggs and ham, and the buffalo tots, you really can't go wrong with all of those. And it really is filling for what you get, especially with those tater tots. And that is basically it. That's all the restaurants. They have a little pastry shop that sometimes is open just for a few hours in the day in the front. They have a Starbucks and a Cinnabon, but everything else we have covered. We do have a video on all the desserts at Islands and all the desserts at Universal if you want to see more, since we just kind of skimmed by. There really is so much to see, and you may not want to miss some things. And stay tuned for more Universal videos like all the rides, characters, tips and tricks, and anything new going on. A big thank you to Maddie and Lachey for helping support our channel. People like you help us to keep going and doing what we love.
Stay epic, hit subscribe. For more videos, go to subscribe.
Click this video for more food at Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios Florida, and stay tuned for so many more news updates and fun things you can do. We cover things in and outside of the theme parks.